Hello guys. Ever since it's gonna be quite different. Just gonna be winging it, cause I don't know what I'm even doing. I wanted to make actually I didn't want to make a guide, purely because I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't swear, I never swear. I really just. So I guess I'll go through like a quick through credentials first. Season 3, I had 3 accounts. I had NA Noughts. Got to gold in 131 games. EUS Rixian got to gold in 63 games, and NA Rixian got to gold in 25 games. EUS Rixian in season 4 is gold 4 now in 10 games in his placements. I had the pleasure of NA Rixian going to bronze. Now that was a fun time. I'm silver 2 now, trying to climb out. But yeah, that's enough credentials. I'm just saying, take all this advice with a grain of salt, because I'm not very good at this game. Yeah. Good. So ever since I showed this this screenshot in Rixian Goes Turbo, people have been asking me for my Jungle Fizz build, so I don't really want to write a script for it, because I don't actually know how to play Jungle Fizz. I'm just improvising most of the time. So how do we play this Joker? Well, let's unlock this. The thing about Jungle Fizz, the thing about junglers in general is they're either assassin junglers or tanky junglers. The thing about assassin Fizz is he requires AP. And the thing about AP is the AP itemization for jungling at the moment is not great. I don't really like it at all. Especially since the best AP item at the moment for him is freaking Sheen. Sheen, I really, really hate on Jungle Fizz because it is the worst. It gives you no survivability. It gives you in the early game, after meditation comes through, about 40 extra damage in your burst. And it's completely horrible. I don't like it, early game. So, with Lichbane being Fizz's main mechanic as an assassin, it's just not plausible to go, I don't think it is, to go AP Fizz in the jungle. So we don't do that at all. Instead, we look for other ways to jungle. There is the AD route. However, as you know, Fizz has no AD scalings. He has no AD scalings at all. And then, if you count his Q, which is another auto attack, if you want to say that. However, he does scale off of attack speed pretty well because of his W. His W does on-hit damage. So, we can look into some sort of attack speed build. Attack speed is quite fun. The thing about... So, I looked through the items, and the one item that stood out for me is Blade the Ruin King. Blade the Ruin King is very nice. I quite like Blade the Ruin King. It's an awesome item. Let's not use a red circle, let's use a green circle. Sorry. Green. Yeah. Okay, from memory, oh god, it costs 3,200, I think. It's all nice round numbers. 3,200 gold for Blade the Ruin King. It's a very expensive first item. Therefore, we need to cut back on other costs. The thing about these items, I mean, they're great items, but I go hyper gank mode, personally, on Jungle Fizz. Hyper gank. They cost 1,000, what was it? No, 2,000. They cost 2,000, don't they? Yeah, 2,000 gold. So, and all they do is really help you jungle. They have like a 60 to 70%, off the top of my head, efficiency of base stats. Base stats help you kill, like, champions, actually let you help out in lane. And in terms of, like, benefiting from these stats, tenacity is okay, it's good. Not great. But this is where we can cut back. We can instead just get this Doran's Blade and leave it as our single jungling item. To actually make our sustain come through for us, I think my runes are Lifesteal, Quince. We got Lifesteal, Quince, attack speed for red, and then the standard armor and magic resist for the others. MR for yellow, and I think I go per level on this. Oh my god, my writing's getting worse and worse. But yeah, lifesteal and attack speed. So the thing about starting Machete is I don't really like starting Machete in 5 pots because although it does give you the 10 health per attack, this also gives you the 10 health per attack, which actually keeps you about full health throughout your whole run. And you can get a pot as well in case you need it. Doran's Blade alone actually keeps you full health. It only costs 440. I don't know why I used red. Red is supposed to be bad. Oh well. I don't use Machete because it costs 300 gold, yes. However, it builds into these, which it costs far too much to get this as your first item if we're going to go for this Blade of Ruin King first, which is our attack speed item. There are other attack speed items, but we need the sustain, because otherwise we're not going to get any other sustain anywhere else. Machete? Yeah, I don't get it, because it doesn't help you kill people. That's the plain reason why. It doesn't give you the max health, and it doesn't give you the AD, the pure AD that Doran's Blade gives. So it doesn't help you kill people in the early game. And of course, as a jungler, you want to help people. And if you're not getting base stats to help people, and the thing about Machete is, whenever you lane with Machete, it's actually giving you no stats in the laning phase, when you could just go for the Doran's Blade, which I quite like. So yeah, after you get your Bilgewater Cutlass, which costs 1,400, that's another thing. Bilgewater Cutlass costs 1,400, whilst you get Sheen, 1,200. Whilst this Bilgewater Cutlass, since you can only get like 1 proc of Sheen, or 2 if you're lucky, for extra 200 gold, this gives you like active gives you 100 magic damage, which I love. It's good, and it slows. Slowing is great. So Bilgewater Cutlass is a yes, and of course that builds into the oh god, don't look at that. Does not build into mobility boots. That's another thing. Mobility boots is a yes. You want to help as a jungler. Your job is to help people. You want to help as much as you can. If you're jungling, then play another jungler and get one of these items. You just want to permanently jungle and not go hyper gank mode. If you want to, there's nothing wrong with those champions that just go and passive and jungle all the way. It's just that it's not my playstyle. Whenever I go solo queue, I just go hyper gank mode, and it's grand old time. Wriggle's Lantern. The thing about a lot of people are asked about Wriggle's Lantern. Wriggle's Lantern costs what? 1,650 from the top of my head. It just impedes way too much to replace it. It's like 1,200 gold, which you can use to contribute to this Blade of the Ruin King, which I much prefer. So, oh god, this is getting really messy very quickly, isn't it? The next in line build is as you can see from my my win ratio. I must have played over 200 games of Jungle Fizz now. Jeez. I like to get the Spirit Visage, because the thing about tanky junglers, you're not an assassin anymore. You're like some sort of tanky bruiser Fizz, so tanky. So usually you want to go for some sort of survivability. Oh god, that arrow. Survivability. Oh my god. Let's just go with survive. That'll do. Survive. Now the thing about survivability is you can get magic resistant armor. That's great. You got your armor and you got your magic resist. And you got your health. The beautiful thing about Fizz is cooldown reduction also contributes directly to his survivability because he's a trickster. That E will save him way more times. It disengages turret hits. You can dive turrets at level 3 and it's great. So yeah, you got that. This is just So with Spirit Visage giving you about the same amount of for start costs 2,750, whilst Warmogs costs your 2,830. It actually costs less, and it gives you cooldown reduction, and it makes your Blade of Ruin King more effective with its passive. It's great. I love Spirit Visage way more than the Warmogs that I used to get. It's just good. Next item, I get another damage item. So you get the thing about Jungle Fizz is since you're going into a stat which scales poorly, attack does literally nothing for attack speed. You got your if you go AD auto hit, you usually get this like Infinity Edge, but of course he'll be way too squishy and it's way too expensive. If you want to go AP, then you can get stuff like Death Cap. So we have to find other ways to make him scale. In this case, we're making him scale with more percentage damage. Percentage damage is great. Of course, this gets doubled if they're movement impaired, including slows. This gives a slow. Fizz himself gives 2 types of slows with his ult and his E. And of course, yeah, it's just good. You got 3 slows to lock them down with, and so you can always make use of that passive. Magic Penetration's always good. I mean, he has good base values as well. They're not like terrible base values. And the AP never hurts as well. It just makes all your abilities do more. So you turn into this like hybrid tanky bruiser type thing. Oh my god, I just right clicked for no reason. What I normally get next is up to you. Well, okay, so let me just, oh my, this is so messy. I get Duran's Blade, get Blade the Ruin King next. Well, actually, I get Mobility usually first. You want to swap out your Boost Mobility for one of these two later on into the game, because Boost Mobility got nerfed and they're not as good anymore. They are cheaper, which is nice, so you can dig into your build way earlier. I get this next. Spirit Visage, and then Liandry's. That fills up. You got your 3 slots, and you can change that out, and you can like sell that eventually. So you got another 2 slots usually. You can get more. Okay, so you got 2 more slots to play with. Other items that you could get. Wit's End if you do want to do way more damage. It's always nice. Gives you magic damage, reduces their thing so that it shreds more. That's always good. I usually get this. Usually, this is a good item. Like, this is my usual item because it gives you your cooldown reduction, adds to your survivability, armor adds to your survivability, gives you another slow, which makes your Liandry's more effective. And it gives you that Sheen item that everyone always wants on Fizz. Everyone loves the Sheen item. You know, this Sheen item that it's so terrible for jungling, but if you're this far into the game, then you're usually gonna make use of Sheen way more often with your lowered cooldowns and stuff like that. The thing about you can go for more survivability. There's the Warmogs, which feeds into the Spirit Visage passive, feeds into the percentage of health region of Warmogs, which is always nice. So you can always re-get that. If no one's got the Locket, you can always get Locket if they're very AP heavy. That's always nice. Of course, there's the infamous Guardian's Angel and Fizz, so that he's a real douchebag. Yeah. So, why does this build like somewhat work? Well, as you know, this does more damage the more health an enemy has, more current health an enemy has. And Fizz's W does more damage based on his W does more damage based on how much health an enemy is missing. So you got this like tipping scale where you're always doing a load of shredding damage, and of course you got your Liandry's, which is also shredding their HP. So it's very hard to build against Fizz. Would I say that this build is, oh god, I hate this word, viable? Viable. Viable isn't even a word that's used nearly. That's a crappy word. No one likes that word. Is it viable? No. It's fun, but it's far from optimal. It's just a fun way to play Fizz. You know? The Jungle Fizz is, you want to have fun with this game. You play games for fun, right? So, if you feel like it, give it a go. And, yeah, have fun with it. We'll have a grand old time. And I will see you later. Oh, right, I forgot to mention. Because you're hybrid, people think that they want me to get Gwynso's or Hextech Gunblade. I've got it before, like over here. It's no good. They're way too expensive. This is more AP item because it has an AP active, and this it's just not good. It's way too expensive for stats. They're both way too expensive, and you're never going to get them. So you're better off building more survivability or the Wit's End for more damage, or this for more damage as well. It's all good. Okay, I'll see you guys. That's if you wanted to like see this type of stuff. I'll see you the next time. Bye.